I want to...
I'm sorry, are we placing bounties on my head now?
I just wanted to tell you guys that my show is back the fuck on.
Bacon cookies.
There is no evidence because it's not true, and I'm not gonna feed into the lies.
It's funny how someone who's canceled is currently exposing a highly...
Hi, I'm Ray, and we're going to be going over all of this chaos that we have in these Mattie pamphlet. I'll be honest, I'll be right off the bat honest, I was going to call it the Mattie Files. That's so ignorant though. Anybody who's called it the Mattie Files, well, it's chill. Because we can't be connecting something. This is atrocious, yes, but we cannot, in our right minds, be connecting something like this to the case of Epstein. I don't want to break any boundaries. This is my first video for YouTube, so bear with me, folks. We're all gonna work in this together. I would like to give a very, very big shout out to Bella herself for actually reaching back out to me. I had sent her a message yesterday or the day before asking about everything, and today I made a video. I tagged her in it as well as Mattie. Bella responded back to me, and today we've been having a conversation about everything that's gone on, and nothing from Mattie. So come on now. Come on now. I was giving you guys an open to talk, and Bella talked. Bella talked. And thank you. Thank you so much for that. Case documented on February 20th of 2026. The Westbrook pamphlets is what we're gonna call this. Catch my reference, by the way? If it looks like I'm reading from a script, I am. All I have right now with me is my phone camera and my laptop. I will plug in some things on the side like you saw at the beginning, and we're gonna continue on from that. I have everything saved on my phone. This is all gonna get created through iMovie, so I'm a newbie, okay? We're gonna take a look at this case as if we don't even know these people. I will give you their origins, and then we're gonna look at just the facts. I've had Bella go over this, and mind you, Mattie, again, you had an opportunity to go over this. It is now past 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, again on February 20th of 2026. I gave you a deadline of my time. I will have the Google Doc listed down below, and you guys can obviously go and see for it yourself. I have a Discord channel. I will link that down below. I also have it linked there. I allow my Discord people to get first access to any transcripts and such I will be creating for deep dive videos. This is not going to be consistent right off the bat, but I do want to make something like this consistent. So leave a thumbs up. Tell me what you liked about this video. And if you make it to the end, I will give you a code word, okay? If you make it to the middle, maybe I'll give you a code word there too. If I remember. Maybe I'll just pop in a clip. Watch me actually have to do that. And if you hear a lovely voice in the background, that is my glorious partner, Imp. We are girlfriends, but Imp goes by they, them. So, let's get to Snoopy.
We were doing so well, but you were scared to be held. Took the easiest way.
Mattie Westbrook and Bella Rose. Who are they? Mattie was born on September 3rd of 2000. They started making content in 2018 because of a bet from a friend. Also, if there's red flashing, it's my mouse. So sorry. But their whole start to content was just from a bet from a friend. Crazy. 12 million followers later. How's that bet holding up? Not well right now, huh? Usually Mattie would share stories about their work at a boba shop at the time, or just childhood memories with us. Mattie grew to popularity in 2020 during COVID, when Mattie would give us insiders about their home life. They'd show like cozy time with their cats. They got heavy into photography as well. So back then they were always carrying a camera with them. I do remember watching content and Mattie would always have a camera somewhere near them. And that was cool. Cute. Go back to that. Sorry. I know I said I'm gonna lead this unbiased, but I think both parties need a step back from social media and just to find their origins. So, you know.
It's all over the place, but if it's good, it'll just drop.
Whenever you...
Jayus, aka Bella, who goes by OnlyJayus. OnlyJayus is another word for not funny, but sometimes they are actually pretty funny. Jayus was born April 12th of 1999. They grew up in a foster care system with multiple siblings, 11 from what we know. And honestly, kudos to them. I would have blown up. I had 3 younger siblings growing up. I wanted to explode. Jayus did this with 11. I have more older siblings, but I didn't grow up with them. So, like, I don't understand that full impact. Jayus does. Jayus does. Started posting content in 2016 on YouTube and started posting on TikTok during 2018. They post fun facts that sometimes they aren't fun facts, sometimes they're false facts. But what can you get when you're pulling facts from online? I mean, a lot of content these days is just regurgitated from everybody, myself included. I'm just regurgitating everything I've seen online. Are you guys ready for that conversation though? Nothing is original these days. Just say that. When they got together, things were great at the start. They showed a different dynamic of relationships that to this day, many people do still reflect. I love seeing the couples that like you wouldn't expect to be together, but they're together, and oh my god, does that love persist? Sadly for Jayus and Maddie, or fortunately, depending how you want to see it, I guess, it did not work out. Honestly, I think both of them dodged a bullet. This is no shade to either of them either. Neither of them seemed perfect for each other. Bella and Maddie were mutuals on TikTok and had met in person during 2021. They were mutuals over TikTok, and then while Maddie was moving to LA, they met in person, and Bella told me shortly after, like very shortly after, they got into a relationship. Now, during this time of 2021, when Maddie and Bella met in person, Bella was going through being canceled online. People had found out that Bella used to say slurs, like racial slurs and homophobic slurs. And from what Bella had told me, to this day, she still is like embarrassed by this. And honestly, I understand feeling embarrassed, but also she's taken accountability. She's owned up to these actions. She admitted, yes, I was young and I was dumb. I still shouldn't have done it, but I did it. There's nothing you can do but repent and move on. Say you're sorry to the public who found out. Bella has opened up about her past and vulnerability and has shown us a side of herself that honestly not a lot of people show anymore. People still hide their breakdowns and they hide their emotions. They hide the crying. They hide the mental process through it all. And Bella took us through it. Bella showed us everything, raw and unfiltered. Let's take a moment to quickly note, too, that teenagers will repeat what they hear from adults around them, and they act like they're tough and indestructible. Newsflash, you're not. But that's okay. You have plenty of time to grow and learn. There's so many things that in your teenage years, you should be growing. You should be making the mistakes. Say the dumb things. Learn from people around you that those things aren't okay. Process it for yourself, because I fear that's the only way you can properly grow. You can't have someone lay out and spell out your path for you. You have to pave it yourself. And as a teen, those are the biggest years where you can be a little weird and a little bit of a chaotic disruption and still grow and change from that. It's called learning. Not everybody can have a perfect upbringing, and not everybody can have a perfect past. If we're gonna cancel creators for being horrible and having a dirty past, I'll say it right now. Before I properly came out of the closet, I was terrified of people like me. I was terrified. I was like, how are you so bold? How are you so brave? Like, are you not scared of someone, like, being mean to you? I said some homophobic things when I was little, and I was the only white girl within blocks of growing up, so I thought I was cool shit when my friends would braid my hair. No, loved the hair. It hurt my head a little bit sometimes when the moms would do it, but since we're gonna get all that out, I want a path in content creation, so I'll just lay that on laundry out for you right there. Do with it as you may. Enough about me. Shut up, Ray. When things fell apart, their relationship burned down in December of 2022. And only 4 months after, in 2023, did Bella properly learn why the breakup even happened. Mattie cheated on Bella in October by kissing and going to another girl's hotel room. Olivia Ponton, by the way. Mattie and their response video to JAYUS that we will mention in just a little while. Mattie had not mentioned Olivia's name. Out of safety, out of keeping her out of it, out of, I don't know what. Probably what I listed, but I have no connection to these people, so I don't care. Mattie uses the claims of, I was drunk. Let it be noted that claiming you're drunk does not mean you can cheat on a partner. Let that be known. That is still cheating. I was drunk is like saying, well, I was drunk, so it's not my fault that the fire happened. Like if you're playing with matches while drunk, and then the whole entire house burns down, but I was drunk, so the fire's not my fault. But the damage is there. No, I genuinely do feel bad for JAYUS through all of this. For years, JAYUS has been painted as a cheater and a liar and a horrible person, as if a past is not irredeemable when it's simply a verbal past. What's fucked up is the fact that Mattie's friends knew about Mattie cheating on Bella. Even some of Bella's friends had known. And no one told Bella. No one told Bella. In my opinion, if you hide cheating in any form, you're just as horrible as the person who's doing the cheating. Mattie claimed that the relationship was toxic and didn't know how to communicate. Here, Mattie, I'll show you real quick. Hey, this stuff is making me feel really uncomfy and I'd really like to talk about it. Now, no, I'm not flaming on domestic abuse situations and I'm not flaming on domestic violence. I myself have been a victim too many times to the point where I have felt like I was a failure and I was the problem. Just bringing in all these horrible people. No, it's never, no. But what I will say about all of this is that if you're gonna claim you're in a toxic relationship, what you should do is steps to get out of it. Communicate. Open your mouth if you can. If you're in a domestic violence situation, cheating is the last thing you should resort to. The very last thing. Because if you're cheating, then that person better be helping you get out of this situation, right? That, in my eyes, that will be the only ever valid point to ever cheat. And even then, that's not the most valid reason. No physical abuse was documented or claimed. Nothing of the sorts. Just that it was a toxic relationship that Mattie didn't know how to communicate in. Mattie could not or did not give us any further details. It's been years and you both are public facing figures. If the relationship was severely toxic, you both have grown enough to where your voices are loud enough and strong enough. If there was really abuse and such, more clarification and details. If you're going to make claims of abuse, more clarification and details. Now, JAYUS came through with receipts. Basically, if you're in a domestic violence situation, cut it off. Get out of it as fast as you can, and then go find another relationship. Do not use that as self-defense for cheating. While in the process of editing this video, I realized I did not indeed put a code word in the middle to let me know if you guys are watching till then. So here's your code word for the middle. Pickle Rick. Yeah, Pickle Rick.
If something gets me bad enough, if it gives you like a little break in
the video from the heavy topic, you're like, I'm so sorry. Front of the background. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Cue to these days in 2026, where Jayus and Maddie obviously are not in a relationship anymore. Their relationship ended back in 2023, moreover in 2022, but officially ended in 2023. Bella has gotten hate from anti-fans forever. Aren't you a liar? Aren't you a cheater? Aren't you racist? No, not a liar, just has false facts sometimes. No, not a cheater. Maddie's the one who cheated. And no, not racist. Just made some dumb mistakes as a teenager. Again, teenagers are allowed to grow and learn. That's how we become decent adults. I'm going to play for you the video of Jayus talking about when they found out they were being cheated on. So, let's open this up and listen. I'd like you guys to note that this video was posted in 2023 on March 1st.
Today is the 4-month anniversary of this shitty fucking roller coaster I've been on of being broken up with and not being told why. In that time, I eventually did learn the truth. I got cheated on. Way too many friends knew about this and chose to leave me in the dark over it, and processing that along with the end of my relationship has been weird. So I made a video on my spam yesterday. It's my fucking life, but it kind of blew up a little bit. But because I'm me and my ex is my ex, the response so far has been, I don't believe you, which honestly, valid. I didn't believe it myself. It took a very long time for me to understand that this actually happened. But in the time of getting broken up with and learning why I got broken up with, they posted a lot of very cryptic videos where they admit it before they ever admitted it, you know? And people started pointing that out after I posted my video, and they deleted them. But I saved them, along with a few other
Take little quick breaks in between because I don't want any like copyright issues possibly to happen. But mind you, Jayus said friends. Yeah, if you're a shitty person, why? To cover up a cheating scandal. Just, oh, you're cheating on your partner? That's okay. Let's go get boba. Fuck your partner. Ah, wow.
videos from our relationship, which looking back now are ironic as fuck. Before I go and share this though, I just want to say, do not go and send hate to anybody. No internet dogpiling. It's not fair. This whole situation isn't fair, but like, I've been through that, and it's a nightmare that I would not wish on anybody, especially somebody that in a very fucked up way I still love and care about. Just don't do it.
Totally valid. Totally valid in that time. Totally valid in that time, mind you. They were still going through a lot of emotions and processing it all. Ironic how Maddie gets supported while soft launching the fact that they were the problem of the relationship. And Bella's getting treated like absolute dog shit.
Okay? I just can't keep reading the rumors that I'm the one that fucked this up, because... And to everybody that is already saying that I deserve to be cheated on because of the controversy that surrounds me, just know that you sound like somebody that would also go and shatter somebody else's sense of safety, trust, and love, okay? We should all strive to do better.
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. But it was not your fault but mine, and it was your heart on the line. I really fucked it up this time, didn't I, my dear?
Soft launching, by the way. By the way, that's soft launching that they were the problem. That they were soft launching that they were the problem. And fans still sent comforting messages and being like, no, you're not the problem. No, you're so perfect. Oh, man, that happened. It's okay. I'm on your side. Anyways.
that wasn't me. If you weren't you? Well, no, because I have a girlfriend at home.
That one hurt just a little extra to rewatch because they did indeed have a girlfriend at home and still chose to go to another girl's hotel room and cheat on me. I think I'm gonna be single on purpose forever because I never want to do this shit again.
Jace's feelings and all of that, completely valid. And Jace still got flamed in the comment section for it all. People were panicking at the time, being like, what? No way, not Maddie. Now, fast forward to all of this, everybody knows by now, Maddie and Amara. They were in a relationship for a little over a year, I believe. I don't have all the details on that relationship. I'm not going to go into all the details on that relationship. I really don't care to do so. That's a whole other deep dive. Now, Maddie and Amara had met when Amara was 16 years old. Maddie was still in a relationship with Jayus at the time of meeting Amara. In a video that Jayus talks about, in Jayus's full YouTube video, which mind you will also be linked at the bottom of this video. Go, please watch it. I know this one's gonna end up being kind of long. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And my voice is probably so annoying. I'm so sorry about it all. But go check out Jayus's video after all of this or before all of this. Come back, check it out. Who knows? Do whatever. It's your phone, your laptop, your TV. I don't know. But there's a whole grooming scandal now going on. Now that we've got their origins out of the way, let's get on to this grooming scandal. Maddie was found out to be talking to minors. It's not okay. If you remember a content creator named Noor, back when Maddie was 20 years old, they'd create content together and it would get kind of intimate and just a little fucking weird. And Noor spoke up in Jayus's videos in the comment sections and said basically along the lines of like, yeah, the age of consent is 18, like being a minor is 18, that whole deal. But I know. Noor has mentioned in Jayus's comment section with all of this lately, just of the illegal age is 18, I was 17 when we made all of this, and Bella has some screenshots directly from Noor because Maddie had reached out to Noor after Bella made a video about the whole situation. And honestly, we'll just take a quick look at the Bella video.
They said that in this screenshot, I was 21 having a relationship with somebody who was 17. Me and the person in this screenshot have never had a physically intimate relationship before or after she turned 18.
You're no better than Nick, you loser. They blamed depression, they blamed my parents' divorce, and they blamed the stress of meeting Joe Biden. I wish I was making that up. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you for finally admitting you cheated on me. I would originally say that we met Amara when she was 15, and you're gonna have to forgive me for that because the math is wrong. She was 16 because events didn't start happening until 2021. A 23-year-old waited for a 17-year-old to turn 18 because they're not stupid, they're just creepy.
And I started dating on August 6th, 2023, and we hard launched on April 12th, 2024.
Hey, that's interesting. Wait a minute, what date was that? What day is that? Is that my birthday? Thank you for admitting it.
In my entire life, I have never been physically intimate or tried to be with absolutely anybody underage. The person trying to spread lies about me right now is not a trustworthy or credible person. This is somebody who has lied in the past and will continue to.
Now, you might be wondering, Ray, what started all of this? Well, Jayus made a video, and I'm gonna play it for you guys.
There is no evidence because it's not true, and I'm not gonna feed into the lies so they can continue spreading more lies about me. Hey, how old was this girl? Remember when you posted this while we were dating because you didn't want people to know about me? You were like 21. How old was she? You're not gonna say it, so I will. She was 17. If anybody remembers the Nicholas Ray drama, their roommate, he did it. Everybody likes to say that she lied, but she didn't. She was telling the truth. He would bring over teenage girls to their apartment, and they would get them drunk. and you stayed friends with him up until the point that she went public about it. And then suddenly, oh no, I don't want to get canceled either. I gotta cut him, I gotta unfollow, I gotta delete all these videos with him. But you stayed friends with him. You drove him to the airport. Big emotional hug and cry goodbye because you were going to miss your best friend that did this to minors. Because you did it too. I posted a bunch of evidence when all this happened. I wish I had an old phone to continue just posting more, but I got some. Hey, that's a cool jacket. But why are you giving it to this teenage girl that we met together just a few days after staying at my house? I got no ill feelings towards this girl, okay? I saw her once at a party a few months ago, and she was mad dogging me, but I'm just like, girl, I think you're a victim. I don't think that I'm a victim because I was a grown adult and I should have seen these signs and walked away, but live and learn. But Maddie, have you learned your lesson yet? Do you remember the night you told me you cheated on me? At the Streamy Awards, you were high on ketamine. You pulled me into the bathroom, you're like, I'm gonna tell you something, but then I'm gonna kill myself. Because that's manipulative as hell. You still in the K-hole? You still drinking? I hope you're doing better, but I really think that you should admit this, at least to yourself, so we can all heal. Jayus, this happened so long ago, why are you still talking about it? Because people think I cheated. People think that I cheated with minors, and I'm not gonna put up with that shit, because it's not me.
People coming and trying to say, by the way, that, like, Jayus was the one cheating with minors. Wild. Wild work. So, that was the start of it all. Now, Maddie, finally, after about 4 days of silence, finally responded. And here's their response.
So I want to start this off by saying that I never wanted to give any attention to the blatant lies that are being told about me right now, but I really cannot stay quiet any longer about the serious accusations that are being made against me. Thank you so much to absolutely everybody who waited for my response before coming to any conclusions about these accusations. The only reason I did not speak out about this issue sooner is because Bella, OnlyJayus, is someone who in the past has physically showed up to the place that I live and has previously threatened my physical safety. So yes, in 2021, I was in a toxic relationship with somebody that I did not know how to communicate with. So while I was at an extremely low point in my life in November of 2022, I kissed somebody else. But it was not the person from this screenshot, it was not a and it was absolutely not anyone underage. I did eventually end up telling Bella what happened, when it happened, and who it was with. However, the lies that this person is currently spreading about me and my character are absolutely disgusting. They said that in this screenshot, I was 21 having a relationship with somebody who was 17. Me and the person in this screenshot have never had a physically intimate relationship before or after she turned 18. In fact, since nothing happened between us, I thought we were on good terms, considering she reached out to me in 2023 just to check in and see how I was doing. I have reached out.
You say never, and yet the TikToks can prove otherwise. Jayus has proof of those TikToks. What's the all?
To her to let her know that it did sting, that she would instigate complete lies about me on the internet, but she never responded. Bella.
Hey Nor, it's Maddie. I'm really confused about the comment you left on Bella's post because you and I never did anything besides make those videos together. Which in hindsight, I understand how they're misleading. Whose idea was it for the videos? Whose idea was it for the videos? Whose profile did they get posted on? Whose? I would love to call and talk about this because I do know what the truth is, and I am really hurt you would try and push the narrative the other way. Do you know what the truth is? Do you know how she felt for real in those situations? Do you know how she felt years after looking back at those situations? You know your truth, and she knows her truth. Trying to do damage control in Nor's DMs is wild. But I digress.
Also claimed that in this screenshot, I was 21, providing alcohol to underage people. I was not 21 in this screenshot. I was 20. This is me at 20. This is me at 21. I also have no—
Why does your hair fucking matter? No one gives a fuck about what your hair looked like at your age. Your hair determining your age does not matter. You trying to step it back 1 year. Okay, you were 20 instead of 21.
What?
Do you not see how a 20-year-old hanging out with a 17-year-old making content all ooey gooey like comes off as horrible and groomer behavior?
No idea why Bella is lying that I met Amara when she was 15 years old. This never happened. I also never—
Jayus did admit they got the timing of the years wrong. Amara was 16. That's still insane. You called a 16-year-old who was in a relationship pretty. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
idea why Bella is lying, that I met Amara when she was 15 years old. This never happened. I also never cheated on Bella with Amara, especially not when she was 17. The proof that they have is from a screenshot of me in a red hoodie from December of 2022, and a screenshot of Amara in her own red hoodie from March of 2023, which is over a month after Bella and I went complete no contact, and when Amara was already 18. This was also not my hoodie.
I would like to see both of them. They still live together right now, mind you. I would like to see both of them hold up their own personal red hoodies then. Clear that one out of the picture, because until then, all we have is your word for that.
Owned the same Brandy Melville hoodie. And since I feel the need to clarify, Amara and I started dating on August 6th, 2023, and we hard launched on April 12th, 2024. Amara and I are also both very confused why people would try and tell us when we started dating. Now to address the text screenshots. In 2020, I would get on Zooms and FaceTime to play Among Us. I am well aware that Bella has screenshots of text conversations that I had with people in 2020 that I met through these Zooms. But I've never had an intimate conversation with anybody that I met on these calls, especially anyone underage. And I have proof that somebody who screen recorded a conversation we had in 2020 told Bella that we stopped talking once I found out how old they were. These lies are some of the most disgusting things you can say about someone. In my entire life, I've never been physically intimate or tried to be with absolutely anybody underage. The person trying to spread lies about me right now is not a trustworthy or credible person. This is somebody who has lied in the past and will continue to lie, and I know that from...
Before you communicate with people, complete strangers, maybe check their age first. Like, I'm sorry, but this is not helping your case. It just shows you didn't ask to check people's ages. If you are over the age of 18, and if you're gonna do something like this where, oh, let's hang out and game, I'm sorry. I enjoy Animal Crossing, and I would love to do Animal Crossing giveaways and such, but I'm not going to be allowing under 18-year-olds to be touching that unless I fully can't control that. Like, currently, I'm small enough, my live streams don't go that big, so I can keep that under control. You just seem weird. You just seem weird. Age verification before communication.
Very personal experiences with them. To anyone who's been in a situation with an abusive ex-partner, you can understand how hard it is to speak up when you feel like your physical safety is in danger. I strongly urge anyone in a similar situation to reach out and get help. You are not alone. And I cannot express enough how grateful I am to the people who have stuck by me and stuck by my truth during this time. I also can't speak any further on this specific situation because my legal team has gotten involved. Thank you.
This is the only, like, detrimental screenshot I've properly seen from Bella. Because, mind you, again, if you go and watch Bella's video, she clarifies what she was saying with all the messages. And yes, she admits that back then she did not have very healthy coping mechanisms. The only bad thing, like, bad thing I've seen, I hope you know that when I myself, it'll be because of you. This was February 26, 2023. Years ago. Bella has stated since she has gained way better coping mechanisms. As you should. As you should. I would also like to note that Bella was going through a lot during 2023 with all of this. I'm sorry, but she was going through a lot. That was Maddie's response. And honestly, Maddie's response just comes off super polished and pampered, as if the PR team went over it with an extra sprinkle of sugar. And it's just like, Bella's is all just so raw and emotional and real. And whereas Maddie comes off as a comfort creator and is perceived by the audience to be kind and nurturing and wholesome, Bella has been painted across the internet as a liar, a cheater, a fraud. I wonder why. I wonder why. We move over to Jayus's response of everything. Because unlike Maddie, Jayus has lots of screenshots and multiple people who have reached out to talk about it. Looks pretty fucking intimate to me. But I digress.
You're no better than Nick, you loser. Oh, I mean, oh no. Our dating
relationship was weird. I wanted to be polyamorous. They wanted to be monogamous with me, and I eventually agreed to that. But they cheated on me anyway, which is crazy.
November of 2022, I kissed somebody else.
That's a lie. It wasn't in November. After 4 years, you're finally gonna admit to just kissing some girl.
JS has taken accountability on so many different actions, and Maddie's not even giving the full detail of what happened. You kissed a girl while intoxicated and then went back to her hotel room to do who knows what. That is cheating. And you got the time frame wrong.
And they're wrong. That she was finally gonna admit that Amara with that one. They blamed alcohol, they blamed depression, they blamed my parents' divorce, and they blamed the stress of meeting Joe Biden. I wish I was making that up. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you for finally admitting you cheated on her. At least with this one girl. What's crazy here is they actually blocked out Olivia Ponton's name.
It's not like JS thought she was gonna need a shitload of documentation for everything going on. Now, if anybody has clips or pictures from this time frame that JS speaks of, now would be a good time to skim through those pictures, skim through those videos, see who you see. I have not seen anybody talk about it. I know Drew Ofwala was mentioned. Drew's a very busy girl, so I don't know if she's ever going to respond to something like this. But, plus this is stuff that's not up Drew's alley. Drew's alley is beating men with words and just top tier girl power. What's up, Drew?
With Amara. Amara has said that she was 18. And you know what? I believe in it. If Amara says that she was 18, then Amara was 18. I'm not going to rewrite her experience, but I think the context matters because it exists. I did originally say that we met Amara when she was 15, and I think you have to forgive me for that because the
23-year-old
she was 16 because events didn't start happening until 2021. I remember meeting her at this January of 2023. Spotify still hanging out in February is when we stopped talking, and we haven't spoken since. Same month that Amara turned 18. I remember meeting her. I remember saying that Amara was like really pretty.
A little bit uncomfortable.
Really young.
That's all.
And she's a boyfriend. My guess is Maddie did wait until this teenage girl turned 18 to start dating them. A 23-year-old waited for a 17-year-old to turn 18 because they're not stupid, they're just creepy. In January of 2023, me and Maddie are still hanging out. February is when we stopped talking, and we haven't spoken since. Same month that Amara turns 18. From where I stand, that timeline is just a little bit uncomfortable. That's all.
Amara and I started dating on August 6th, 2023, and we hard launched on April 12th, 2024.
Hey, that's interesting. Wait a minute. What day was that? What day is that? Is that my birthday? Thank you for admitting.
That's some fucking audacity. I'm sorry, Maddie. You can't tell me you didn't do that on purpose.
In my entire life, I've never been physically intimate or tried to be with absolutely anybody underage. The person trying to spread lies about me right now is not a trustworthy or credible person. This is somebody who has lied in the past and will continue to lie. And I know that from witnessing very personal experiences with them. To anyone who's been in this
What have I lied
situation.
about? This is middle of pandemic.
17 at the time. Nor was 17 at the time of those videos. Just so we're all clear.
Texting minors. They're asking you, hey, I don't know how old you are, but I'm 17. How old are you? And you don't reply with your goddamn age. You just say, don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not that much older. Brother, ew, what the fuck? We have this person that said, Maddie and I went on 2 dates down in Huntington Beach, California. When I was 17, I thought it was so cool dating somebody older, but now I look back and I'm disgusted. Wait, dude, how old are you? This is the first green flag that we get. Yes, 18. Dude, are you not? No. 16? Yo, this girl is almost 15. Never in my right mind would I be a 20-year-old telling a 14-year-old girl that I'm gonna fuck them up and give them daddy issues. But JS, how do you know that any of this is real? Like, anybody could just type some stuff into a phone and then change the name at the top. Like, how do you know? Because I asked them, like, hey, do you have the phone number? Like, what is it? And it matched Maddie's exact number. Why should we trust you now? I've already addressed it. You don't have to. You should trust these other girls. I'm just using my platform to let them be heard, okay? You don't have to like me at all. I get it. I'm not a very likable person. I can be a bit abrasive and kind of, okay? But you have to acknowledge that I've always addressed my shit publicly. So, like, what did I learn from all this? Because we are an educational content creator. What did we learn, JS? Trust actions more than words. Listen to your gut really early. Like, if somebody tells you who they are, listen to them. If somebody shows you who they are, listen to them. And don't wait until you're in full-blown panic mode to start addressing and acknowledging, like, red flags in somebody. Like, that's not going to work. You have to do it in a calm manner when it first happens. I know that it's not going to happen, but hey, manifest. I'd appreciate to stop being harassed online, being called a cheater, being called an abuser. I'm not. There's no evidence that I am. What did I say? I was freaking out after being cheated on? I lost my shit and wanted to die? Oh my god, I'm such a bad person. That sounds so crazy. Bella, stop. Oh, damn, this actually lifted a weight off my shoulders. Happy days now, okay? Let's all get back to our lives, and hey, hopefully the world keeps spinning. I had to put the camera back up just to say this. One more time. This should not be normalized, okay? Look at all the things that are happening and the things that we're learning about the world right now. We should not be normalizing adults talking to minors in this capacity, in any capacity like this, being physical with minors, providing alcohol for minors, cheating on...
I think we all can be a little... It's part of being human.
But you made me feel unsafe. You told me that you were going to kill yourself the night you told me you cheated on me with Olivia Ponton. Do you remember that? You were on ketamine, dude. You got onto a bus. You said, I'm gonna kill myself now, and then just ran and got on a random LA Metro bus. I'm sorry, YouTube, that I didn't record any of this for documentation to keep proof. Why would I lie about this? I had to get on that bus to make sure that you got home safe because you kept threatening to kill yourself. You kept threatening to kill yourself. And then now you're gonna switch it up and say, look, they threatened to kill themselves too. In the last month we talked, when that was our whole relationship. I have to accept that not everybody is going to believe me. I have to accept that some people are going to be okay with this kind of behavior. I'm gonna be okay. I just have to be okay. It's gonna blow my mind for sure, but I'll mentally prepare and get ready for it now, because yeah, there's no way people are gonna listen to me. Never had any sort of physical relationship with a minor. Chris Hansen walks in the room.
I think we all can agree we've been there in situations where we want to crash out on our exes, and sometimes we have crashed out on exes. You can't sit there and say you haven't thought about crashing out on your ex, or you haven't actually crashed out on your ex, or you crashed out to yourself about your ex. Everyone ends up going through that emotional roller coaster. It's the part of dating that is the worst part of dating. This video is getting really, really long, and so we're gonna kind of wrap it up a little bit. I'm gonna let you guys end up being the jury in this situation and figure out where you guys stand in all of this. I myself, well, I said at the start that I was gonna be unbiased, but I fear I have shown my bias, because this whole insane situation, you can come back from saying some stupid things as a teenager. What you can't come back from is grooming underage people. My personal opinion is that I am very appreciative of Bella reaching out, giving me some information. I picked Bella's brain a little bit, and I'm so grateful, again, of course, for you reaching back out and responding and just giving me your information. You have been so vulnerable, and I am so appreciative because we don't know each other. I appreciate you putting down the information and letting me know what's up. And Bella went over my Google Doc. I have touched it up a little bit since Bella went over it, because Bella gave me some extra insiders to touch up and fix some things. And Bella, if you see this, it's fully done. Mostly. I might come back again. I might come back if you see my face after this clip. It's because I'm coming back with some extra details.
Hey, it's Ray. I had to indeed pop back in, and I just wanted to tell you guys, I skimmed over Maddie's video. I said I was gonna do that, and honestly, I don't feel the need of filming a part 4. This is your part 4, if you may. I'm just popping it into part 3, because honestly, Maddie just skims around everything, does not explain properly anything, takes accountability, and then denies accountability. It's actually very sickening. What I am very happy to see is that the victims of this whole entire situation and that Bella all get to be heard. Finally, people are finally listening to Bella and listening, and I cannot express how amazing that is to see, truly. And Bella, again, I hope you see this, and I hope you get to rest. Truly, I hope you get to rest. If you guys saw the cease and desist, it's full of spelling errors and such, and it just... Maddie, just back down. Back down and get off of social media, okay? Just back down. You lost. It's not looking good for you. Good night, you guys.
Gonna get fresh face me if I have to come back. Be scared. I'm scared. If you guys appreciate all of this info, if you guys would like to see more content like this, leave a like down below. I will have my TikTok handle and my Instagram handle down in the bio as well. And leave a subscribe. I'll catch you on the other side. Case is adjourned. Thanks for getting snoopy with me. Bye.
I would check myself into a mental hospital today, but I have things to do.